Hey guys, this is Uber and Lyft Josh. Just doing another video on ratings and why, as a passenger, you should rate your driver a 5-star unless there's a major issue. So I'm going to show you guys a breakdown of what we get from Uber each week as a driver and just go over a couple things. So this is the email that as a driver that you'll get each week, and it basically just tells you a rundown of you drove so many hours out of so many hours of the busy. So it's all going to be different in every city, and you could make $351 more, $27 an hour average. Even if you drove all these hours and Uber says that, it's not true. I've never found it to be true. Maybe some people it is in certain areas, but for me, not so much. The only time that you're going to make $27 an hour on average for that I've ever found out is around bar closing time between about 12 and 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Besides that, I haven't really found a time where you're going to make $27 an hour. I'd love for Uber to actually show me how I could do that, because I've worked and done many trips and never came close to a 27 an hour average. So back in the old days when we used to have surge. But anyways, so ratings last week. I drove more for Lyft last week. And I'm going to continue driving more for Lyft last week, and I'll do another video on that later. But later, the last part of the week, I had 2 people rate me below 5-star. 2. And I'll tell you how, and I'll show you how I know that. Basically, this is the email I get and says that I had a 4.81 driver rating, which is unfortunately below average. And then it gives you a couple things here that riders could tell you in your city that they have had issues with. None of these are ones that I've had. I've been driving for Uber for 5 months, 6 months now. And I'm going to hop in my Uber screen and you can go ahead and take a look and see how many ratings I have. But here's your rider feedback. On the bright side, you received 30 5-star reviews out of 32 rated trips in the last 2 weeks. So that's only 2 people. That means 2 trips out of all the trips I've done on Uber rated me less than 5 stars. And it dropped me to a 4.81 and dropped my actual score 1 point. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you passengers don't realize, if a driver falls below a 4.7, we could be suspended and we will no longer be able to drive and make money. So just think about that when you're doing rating systems. So here it's going to tell me how many trips I've done, what the top drivers have done, how many hours I was online last week for Uber, the fares, the acceptance rate, and overall driver rating. So I'm going to jump into my Uber screen here. And as you guys can see here, I'm in Phoenix. I'm going to go over to the ratings here. And I was a 4.88 before those 2 ratings. So just 2 ratings alone dropped me to a 4.87. Still an okay rating. Look at the number of trips I've got there. 1,069 trips with Lyft or with Uber. 731 rated trips. So that's how many people actually went in and did ratings. 679 5 stars. So when you think about it, that's what, 52 people that did not give me 5 stars. And that drops your average to that. There's my overall. It looks like I'm about even with the top partners. And my top issue is professionalism. And if you click on that, somebody gave me a bad route or city knowledge, canceled on a rider, mistimed trip, and wrong rider are the things that I have had reported. I have no rebuttal on this. Uber doesn't give us the opportunity to ever make any kind of thought or anything about this. I can't make a comment, anything. Somebody goes in and clicks on one of those, no matter if it's true or not, it gets put on my driver rating. And I'm stuck with it for, as you can see, 500 trips. That's a lot of trips. Now, you can also go into feedback, and it just shows you good feedback. So, lots of good feedback that I've had and good comments. I've never had really any issues at all with passengers of Uber, besides, some people being rude and things like that, but no issues with trips or anything like that. So, as you guys can see, this is what we get from a driver's standpoint. So, unless your Uber driver goes the completely wrong way, or your Uber driver says something to offend you, give them a 5-star. It helps us out. It allows us to keep driving. And I don't want to fall below a 4.7. That's not fair to me. We're just trying to take people home that are drinking or trying to get somewhere or get to work. And we're getting bad ratings by people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I would compare it just to like going on Yelp. You have so many people on there with so many opinions, and instead of being fair, they have to criticize every little issue possible, even if it has nothing to do with the business. For example, when I go to pick somebody up on an Uber trip and I get to, let's say, an apartment, and they call me and they're at a store a mile away, either that's A, the passenger's fault for putting in the wrong location for pickup, or B, they use the GPS to locate, and Uber just gave them the wrong address. So I go there and wait, and then you call me pissed off or mad because I'm not at Walmart or whatever store you're at, and then I get a crappy rating when I drive all the way over and pick you up and take you where you need to go. That has nothing to do with me. I had done nothing wrong. That has to do with either you or the GPS on your phone or the Uber application. Has absolutely nothing to do with me as a driver. So guys, think about how you rate your driver. This is how we make money. We're out here to support you guys and try to make some money at the same time and get you guys safe where you need to be. And just be fair. That's all I ask as a driver. And if you're watching this video, just try to be fair. It's not an easy thing out here. If you want to get in your car and go out and try it and do it full time, it's definitely not what you would think. So it's at times, great, we make good money and work a couple hours. Most of the time, that's not the case. Most of the time, it's just like any other job. You have good days and bad. You meet lots of nice people, and sometimes you meet some jerks. But rate your Uber drivers friendly, guys, and be safe out there. And if you're watching this and you totally use Uber all the time, I would suggest to try Lyft once. I'll put a free code in the comments below, and try Lyft out if you've never tried it. Every driver will tell you, if you ask them, that they like Lyft better. They're much nicer to us. They have some great programs. I'll do another video on this, but try them out and see how they are, and be safe out there, guys. Have a good day.